Let's go, dude. Let's go. Oh my god, I did not see this. Oh my god. If he turns into a guy, I'm gonna be so happy. Honestly, I feel like a team only needs to hit on a singular draft pick every year in the NBA. God, I did not see. And that means they're golden. But, um, um, yeah, I will go ahead and continue making videos. I've had a really long week, so definitely need that. Just gonna close these tabs, unnecessary caching, but yeah. Y'all can see the fast puppy is closing way faster than the fast puppy fast than the slow puppy. I think my mouse might not be connecting properly. Whatever. So we have this full team, which wow, we're still waiting on one person or two people to take their entire time. Really? But yeah, this is one of my little Dalmatian teams. Team that I have Achan in. When his ADP was 16.3. Yeah, those were the days, man. Those are the days. I think he's down to 17 point something, but Dak got him late. Yeah. The best thing about these again, dynamic ADPs. We'll see what their ADPs are when we enter a new draft, but did want to like go in here, make some upcoming picks. I do have the Brissett stack, so that's gonna be my number one target, and then a running back right after. Um, oh, I have back to backs. So we'll take the running back, and we have the tight ends. Wow, these guys have been moving. Um, the way this team is structured, I would prefer to go tight end later, but yeah. Yeah, we'll take Marshawn Lloyd. I feel like is the most upside out of these guys over here. My Tank Dell investment has clearly not paid off. People are not interested in him at all. Um, but yeah. This Superflex tournament is almost done. Um, I just wanted to see if there's other things going on. Oh, let's see what we got. Puppies. We got the pug, obviously, which we drafted in, I believe, in the last stream. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we haven't drafted in a lot of fast puppies. Slow puppies we're getting done. I started one today, actually, which I got Bijan. It's the smallest. There we go. In this one, we get Bijan. Super sick. At 2. Whoa, CMC at 5. JSN Jonathan Taylor. Amon-Ra at 9? Wow. I love that. Um, yeah. I'll just get started here. We're gonna get into a fast puppy. I was thinking about it, but honestly, you only get 3 entries, $12 an entry, and I feel really good about the one team that I put in. I would rather just take that team and ride with it. Currently, what does it say we've done? 57 entries. I believe that is the total number of drafts that I've been in. 58. So I wonder if it's counting that last Dalmatian as completed. If it is, well then, whatever. I actually not whatever. Let's just go ahead. I must have completed another one. Regardless, we'll have more data. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Hello? Completed email. Oh, what? There we go. Took him a second. $3.4. Okay, we're good. 12. I've already gotten 12 in one of these already. Not too interested in doing it again, but we'll see what happens. There we go. We're finally seeing the indication that Amon-Ra has gone up. I think it was rounding down that was the issue, but CMC goes at 7. Amon-Ra goes at 5. Wow. Wow. CD at 8. So what I'm gonna realize here is these first 10 picks are becoming way more turbulent as the team or as the season comes along. I'm here for it. It's gonna make these drafts very different. Jefferson at 9, Taylor going at 10 is insane. I don't understand why everyone is suddenly down on Jonathan Taylor, as if he didn't have one of the best seasons of his career. Yeah, there you go. At 10, I would be ecstatic. Issue is that when it comes to me, this is all standard stuff. What I'll do is I'll take James Cook, and we'll look at our pairings and see who we have taken the least. We have O'Marion Hampton, number 1. What I'll do is, since I've never done it, I'll take Saquon. While I have him very low ranked, at this point, not the worst pick in the world. So, considering my favorite player here is way down, maybe should go against it. AJ Brown goes at 14. Wonder if we're seeing an influx of drafters. This is someone with a badge. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 badges. Christian McNasty. Pretty sure he's upset that he didn't get his guy there, but he's got the 22, so he's a Panthers fan too. So I went for the top of ADP. While it is the most common, again, something I have never done myself. So it's completely fair to be doing that. Matters more is what I've done. Puka Nacua, Drake London. Oh my god, Amon-Ra, Devon Achane. Not terribly uncommon, but after spending so much on Amon-Ra, getting Achane for that cheap must feel nice. Makes your draft look a hell of a lot better. But yeah, it's gonna make all my drafts where I take Achane here and here look super ugly. Here, and here. I don't understand it. I'm never having Brock Bowers over Achane. I mean, I'll keep buying in at these lower prices, but I don't know. Zay Flowers at 25. Again, super expensive for Flowers. I've seen Devonta Smith fall quite a bit. Was wondering if I was going to see that here. The issue is I've done the Josh Allen experiment to see if I could be wrong. I'm not doing it again. So, we're going to just go for anyone other than him. If that's who we end up having as an option, we're going to have to skip on him. Which is looking like we may. Teams that should be, if they're maximizing their potential here, considering Josh Allen, this team, the next team, so this Justin Jefferson team, totally can be considering it. Doesn't do it. This team shouldn't. This team at 11 very much can do it. The issue with them is they also have the ability to go back later and take Drake May. So, sometimes it can be a little bit of a, I already have the stack available. Why spend so much on the premium quarterback? We are going to get the opportunity to take Josh Allen. I, however, am not going to do it. I'm instead going to grab my two favorite players here. McMillan is one, and Garrett Wilson. Obviously, you can see that I am a big fan of Garrett Wilson, but yeah. It's tough to see Josh Allen go into this round where the team that took T. Higgins now has the opportunity to take him. They still may not because they started running back. They're definitely struggling with that conversation, internally at the least. Again, if I'm this team right here, there's no way I'm not taking Josh Allen. But, everyone's their own. There you go. So, what makes this team really good is there probably is teams that have Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry, and Josh Allen, but they probably don't have Egbuka on it. Actually, technically speaking, I think Egbuka is a riser, so there will be teams that do have it. So I'll take that back. What really would have been crazy is if he made it a few picks further and a team like with Chris Olave had him. Or with Breece Hall, especially. Looks like these ADPs are starting to set in, though, so pretty interesting. Or, not, sorry, unset in. I feel like they've been set in pretty stagnant, light movers for a while, but now they're getting a little bit more intricate. DeAndre Swift goes off at 49. Okay. JMO. No running backs for his team at 3. Pretty interesting. There we go. Judkins at RB1. Adams, Jacobs, Trey McBride. Let's see what we got here. Is that Acquaintance? Jesus Christ. Best athlete in men's sports. Yeah. Yeah. Basketball player. Not that good of one either. I'll give him to him. They beat us, fair and square. If you see, now wide receivers are going to be spammed up at this tier. Basically, there's just 5 in a row that people don't think that they can rank in between. I very clearly have opinions on this. We'll see what we do here. Drake May, obviously the recent riser. I saw this in my recent ADPs in one of my slow drafts. I was like, wow. But Christian Watson, DJ Moore. Okay, so Carnell Tate was our highest ranked receiver. He still is. our next highest ranked player is Roma Dunze. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take him. So I think we're just going to... I very clearly clicked it anyway. We're just going to take the top of ADP here, and we probably should have thought about these. No, so we could have taken Rome and Caleb. And I don't think Caleb comes back, if I'm going to be quite honest, but there is that opportunity where he could. Now, is it very likely that... Because this is just weird that you see Josh Allen going 2 rounds before Drake May. I would think that in a draft where Josh Allen is this low valued, quarterbacks in general would be lower value. And you'd be able to get quarterbacks down here. Clearly I was wrong, because the team that took Terry McLaurin prioritized themselves in getting Jane Daniels. Fair. Bears. I'm so tired. Been working my ass off. Tonight's the night I want to get a full night's sleep. I'm now 2 chapters behind in my reading. Been reading this book. Thinking maybe, because football's kind of dead right now, I may just make a Harry Potter video or 2. Don't know how big of a fan base there is there, but yeah, I've been annotating, so I don't know if you can see, like, we just flipped to a random page. You can see my highlights, you can see some writing, shit like that, like, yeah. It's pretty interesting stuff. Basically trying to get myself into analytical reading a little bit, sharpen my mind. But yeah, now that we've taken 4 receivers here really consecutively, I'm looking to take a quarterback. Usually what you're going to get here is you can get the opportunity to take Justin Herbert. What I would hope wouldn't happen is that Quentin Johnson's gone. Drake May does fall in this one to a team that has no... Oh, interesting. So they just suddenly made it super expensive. Colston Loveland team takes Caleb. That was to be expected. Wow. Assuming the BTJ team is going to take their quarterback. We don't have a single good quarterback available to us here. I would love to pull up and do one. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, Manangai, Dowdle. Can we take Dak? I don't want to take an unstacked Dak. I'm more okay taking an unstacked Herbert and picking up the options later. Yeah, because if the chances I can get Bo Nix. He's at 107, and my next picks would have me at 108. So it is very possible I can get Bo Nix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Justin... I don't know what I just said. Cortland Sutton with Justin Herbert. I'm now rethinking and thinking if I want if I want to take Addison. Decided against it, even though Addison was probably my higher ranked player, but Kraft was also available, but the issue is I think that Jordan Love would have been safe. God damn it, dude. God damn it. The issue with also stacking Jordan Love is that there's so many pass catchers in that offense. Obviously, it's changed a little bit, but there still is the influx that makes it very difficult to gauge who you should be picking. But this is the... So we get an unstacked Dak team. Okay. Tucker goes at 88, so I have a feeling that there's no way Jordan Love is coming back. Dude, Tucker Kraft might play in this dude's flex. This team is buns, booty cheeks. Evans, Purdy. expected. Addison still being there feels like a crime. I would love Addison at this price. Let's see, no one's going out of their way to reach yet. We basically have a 50% chance of getting Bo Nix. Fair. Laporta. Assuming they're going to go back around and take Jared Goff. Two quarterbacks before their third receiver. Crazy. Then they take Kittle. Take Goff. I'm assuming a running back or a receiver here. Dobbins. Harvey went at 90. Dobbins going at 99. They're talking more about being a split backfield again. Find it unlikely that I'm going to be buying into any of them. Again, there are a lot of upside shots strictly here, so it's how it was last year. Not seeing anything different. Tyson, Metcalf, Jonathan Brooks. The good thing is that the Dobbins upside is that he's a very good runner if healthy. In a non-pass cat or in a half PPR format like Underdog is, it's not the worst situation in the world, but yeah, let's see. Because I think I saw Waddle. Waddle team's at 41. So them choosing to take Dart with Lamar. Interesting. Colin Cowherd said, and Colin Cowherd is a very smart man, that Bo Nix is probably the GOAT. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take Kenny Gainwell. Yeah, so Kenny Gainwell is my highest ranked running back. And then right after that, we're going to take Bo Nix. I feel pretty good about this. We got our quarterback situation handled. Now I really need to go ahead, target a Gadsden, target, someone of that caliber to fill out that position. What I'm more concerned about right now is the tight end position. I'm going to get one of these guys. Not that big of a deal. Okay. And then we can probably pull up Cam Ward. A little early. Not that early. Not too upset about that. But, yeah. I am getting incredibly skinny. May need to start eating a little bit more. But my maintenance is insane. I don't know why. I'm just trying to lose some fat, so I have to eat super clean. Becomes an issue. Alright, Mayfield is still there. If Mayfield comes to me, I will take 3 quarterbacks and 3 picks, but they're 3 mid quarterbacks, so I don't hate it. The Drake May Joe Burrow double up team took a third. I don't know if they know what they're doing. Like, they have a badge, clearly. But I guess anyone can get a badge. What I'm really looking forward to is getting a badge. That could be cool. But, yeah. I can't believe Underdog's not emailing me thinking that I'm, like, gonna come out here and sponsor them and shit. I don't know. Basically, love the platform. But you gotta start sponsoring me, man. I give y'all a fair share. Give y'all a fair share indeed. It may actually come back to us. What I'm thinking is the Igbuka team. Where's the Big Boo team? Oh, they took Josh Allen, so they decided to take Diggs instead. That's a horrible pick. It's a horrible pick. I'm telling you, I have my intuition about the guys who have the predisposition to go to jail. Ayuk called him absolute nothing when people were still taking him at like these 160s, 170s, 180s. He's now going undrafted in several drafts. And we don't get any of the tight ends. We do get the opportunity to take Khalil Shakir. So we'll do one of these. Baker and Keaton Mitchell. And then we're just going to hit a few tight ends later on. But we got Kenny Gainwell is a receiving back, so I feel pretty good about it. We've officially slowed down at receiver well enough that I'm okay with taking the rest of my receivers here. The Philmans. I don't really enjoy having all my quarterbacks for none of my top 4 receivers. These are the guys who are generally playing. And my quarterback is attached to my backup running back, my 5th receiver off the bench, and, another backup quarterback. It's not the greatest feeling in the world, but it is what it is. And I kind of want to get into another one because I've been gone for so long, but I think it's the day for me to sleep on time. So probably not going to be doing that, regardless of how nice it would be. Tucker. Jonah Coleman. Split backfield. Is it worth it? Not really. Considering we're already having the starter split, he's not worth his current price. We're obviously not touching any more quarterbacks. Naylor goes. Keaton Mitchell. Trey Harris. Where's Trey Harris going these days? Alright, 165. Could go down and grab him. What's more important to me is to get tight end. I want to get it in this order specifically. Bottom guy goes. I get both, I get both. Otherwise, Jennings isn't a bad pick either. I will definitely draft Henry. Now, I will take Trey Harris and just keep searching at the tight end position where we can get Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton on the way back. We can also make our last pick a tight end. This is going to be a very standard team build. 3-5-5. 3-5-7-3. So, should be intriguing there. But interesting. Brian Robinson, Tank Bigsby, AJ Barner. We're seeing tight ends go off like a flurry here. I am one of two teams that only has the singular tight end, but that other team has Colston Loveland. So while at this point they probably do need the third tight end, Dulcich at 172, are we serious? Oh, I love him, but dude, I need him here. Are we serious? I mean, we'll reach because they're getting expensive. And our final tight end might be like Njoku and see if he can turn back the clock. There's two quarterbacks at the top of ADP that go 4 picks apart. They're been falling. Everyone went quarterback early here, and everyone goes tight end late here. Brissett at 177. Okay, I think there's just got to get your guy, but you're definitely getting that guy. And got to get your... I don't get that play at all. Kamara goes, we're going to take Kate on real quick. That's my guy here. What I could do, what I will do, is monopolize this backfield here in Sean Tucker. So now I have a very, very strong running back corp. What I will do in my last 2 picks is take the final receiver, the final tight end. But, as in Ted Hurst is interesting, Pat Bryant is interesting. Obviously, tight end wise, we'll take, Terrence, Muth is gone, Gesicki, and we'll skip ahead to Njoku and Troy Franklin. So these are all the guys that we're really interested in. Let's take a look at how this is going to finish out here. But yeah, we're only 35 minutes in, honestly. We'll rip another one. We'll rip 2 today. We'll spend the $10. 15 on the day. Why is my guy posting fireworks on the 4th? From the 4th now. Love my performative friends. Damn. Ferg goes. Now, most teams don't have a third tight end. That is really weird. I guess, because if you think about it, generally speaking, teams that have a third tight end, they're going to be ranked like. That would mean that if every team took a third tight end, there would be 36 tight ends taken off the board. Now, we know that 2 teams won't take a third tight end. So, there's 34. And I guess the Colston Loveland team and Tyler Warren team could potentially not. This team has taken 4, by the way. Fannin, Ferg is a horrible team. Lamar with 3 quarterbacks and 4 tight ends. CeeDee Lamb, Chase Brown, Javonte Williams, Jalen Waddle. Yeah, this is just not a good draft for this guy. Christian McNasty should not be drafting. Calvin Ridley at 200. I feel like he was at the top of ADP a while ago. But what I'll do is I'll try to finish my book, but it's unlikely. Basically, just writing down chapters that I have to finish by today to stay on pace. Yeah. Here's the thing, weekends I'll definitely catch up. Keon at 201 is rich. You can get Keon at 208 very easily. But, yeah. We're entering chapter 6 where he's going to hit platform 9 3/4. If you have not read Harry Potter, I don't care. I'm not spoiling for you. I've already made somewhat content on my page before, so. Okay. So, all things considered, we don't actually have a receiver for Tampa Bay, so we'll take Ted Hurst. And I have Gesicki in enough drafts. I have no interest in that. Let me just take Njoku to stack up my final quarterback. So just basically working with 2 quarterback stacks here. Yeah, some teams just not going to take the tight ends. Likely and Chig back to back, so they're probably thinking that we don't need another tight end. Kenyon Sadiq and Kyle Pitts is a horrible tight end room. I'm sure they're going to take one here. Colston and TJ Hawk, you can live with that. Goddard and who? Sam Laporta, that's a very solid room. I'll live with it. Barner and Kittle, not a big fan. So I'm not a big fan of a lot of these teams, but Carson Beck goes in this one in a 4 quarterback draft again. Malik Willis, Tua, Deshaun Watson, and Carson Beck. That's pathetic. It's downright awful. DJ Giddens. Someone I should be considering here. Again, all these late rounds are generally going to be these handcuffs. Braylon Allen, DJ Claiborne. Or sorry, Damon Claiborne, DJ Giddens. Evan Ingram goes off. There you go. Yeah. I overall think this is a very solid team. A lot of upside. Tight end position's kind of weak, but whatever. Stacks are kind of weak, but whatever. We got the double stack here. Maybe I should have gone Troy Franklin. Whatever, I'll take Pat. I took Ted Hurst. Oh, yeah, that made sense. That made sense in the moment. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to reload this page. We're going to take in the new exposures, and we're going to go ahead and pop into a new one, but I just got the email. That way we're somewhere close on both kinds of drafts here, which would be ideal. Be equally entered into both. Again, originally as someone who believed that you needed to complete all of them, what I'm realizing is if you have a decent amount of good teams in this tournament format, it's not the end of the world if you don't have everyone. My Gibbs exposure should go down to 3.3. There you go. Sucks to hear that. Sucks. But, yeah. 36 seconds, 35, and counting. This, global warming shit is really hitting. What are we seeing? Probably not going to get JSN, so I'm probably going to get Amon-Ra on this one. It's going to be above 20% for my first player since Devon Achane. Puka. Come on, just take him. Yeah. Of course, the weird drafts cannot happen when I'm here. Of course, I love taking Amon-Ra. I just want to be able to get those drafts where I get JSN at 6. I've only had it once where these are common to the point where I'd say 1 in every 4, 1 in every 5 drafts that's happening. So, yeah. Realizing I don't really need my keyboard here, so I'm just gonna read along a little bit while we go. Jetta, CeeDee Lamb. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. James Cook. Damn. Let's see, what's the date today? The 15th. I also mark down the day that I'm reading, or like the day that I'm starting to read. I don't know. Part of me trying to be a healthier human. Next, I gotta work on the hair, but we're getting there. Alright, Achane doesn't make it to us here. Who does? Henry? So AJ Brown. Who I think is our highest ranked player. Yeah. We get a 2 wide receiver combination that I believe that we have had before. But Amon-Ra and AJ. Oh, wait, it already says 1. So I've had it once. Let's see. If I put on the overcorrelation, is Neighbors and Scat in that draft. So avoiding Neighbors and Scat, which is very doable. We could go no running back early, I would love to take Kyron here. I'm very happy with just investing in the Rams offense, but let's see. Jeremiah Love continues to fall. Neighbors goes early, so not a question, not taking him. Malik Neighbors, the issue here is that there were teams like this taken before. So this isn't that unique. You were able to get this at the number 2 very often if you wanted to. Now the continuing ADP may be a little bit unique, but Trey McBride is going to be my highest ranked player. What I may opt to do, there's no way I'm taking Breece Hall, so I may just take him. He's still here. I think that Trey McBride is better than a lot of these players. Yes, he's a tight end, but we can just take 3 running backs right here. 2 running backs. Whatever. And just make this a 6 running back draft because we have the ability to do 6 running backs and 7 receivers now. We have the all things go well, we get Drake May in this one. That would be amazing. Wow, they take Breece Hall there. That's great. All right, 8. Whoa, Travis Etienne at 40? Lucky man. Wilson goes. I didn't want him anyway. We'll take Burden here. Or sorry, Scat. Now I'm not gonna go ahead and reach too hard. We're gonna wait to get Drake May on our 2 picks from now. So hopefully that works out. We're gonna need another running back over here. Oh, and the idea was not to take Scatteroo. So the only difference between that team and this team is that instead of Neighbors, we have Trey McBride, which makes this team better. In my opinion, it's a better team. But that's just not a good look. That's not a good look. David Montgomery was falling, but he doesn't fall far enough. Luckily, we are in the running back range where I can take. Let's just do one of these real quick. There we go. DeAndre Swift, Bucky Irving, and we have Tootin as an overcorrelation. Really? Wow, I would never have expected it. Bucky Irving is the only one that's not, so we'll take him. Pretty happy here. I don't expect May to go off, considering that he doesn't have any other pass catchers that are going this high. But you never know what the crazies do. Crazies will do what the crazies will want. 67, where Drake May's ADP is 66. Wow. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. I wish I could have waited till 78 to get him, but I can't. I just can't. I don't think in any way is Drake May better than Jane Daniels, but in fantasy football. No way. I'm realizing that doing this reading thing and drafting at the same time is not ideal. So I'm not going to do it. It was cool for 2 pages and I'm done. But we'll do it after. 4 running backs already? They are definitely done. Not getting Drake May here really sucks. I'm never taking Tyler Warren. I'm never taking Parker Washington. Let's take Marv. Let's hope he's not too overcorrelated here. He's not. Marv it is. I actually end up really liking teams I take Tyler Warren on. But, yeah. Lamar and Caleb? Zay and Luther, I guess. I just don't like it. 2 quarterbacks before your second running back. It's not the smartest play, in my opinion. You could have taken Tyler Warren. Taking Daniel Jones down the line. Way nicer. Dak at 72. Pickens team really wanted him. Parker Washington at 73. I mean, for his value, is that where he's getting drafted? Where's Marv? Yeah, so technically he's a faller here. Yeah, he's just too expensive for me. I have him ranked in the 80s, I think, or the low 80s, early 90s. Mikhail. Oh, because they had Devonta Smith and 3 other receivers. That's fair. It's rare that you see that, though. Quinn Johnston could be nice if he comes back at 78. Otherwise, I'll go for a 3rd running back. Yeah, he makes it here at 78. Let's take him. Hubbard was ranked higher, but I have no issue with it. There's almost a 0% chance this happens, but we'll highlight it regardless. Issue with Trevor Lawrence is you can't take him assuming that you're going to get someone later. You have to get him now. Other than Bren Strange, probably not the pick. Probably not the pick. For a dude who's a great blocker, great at his job, but I don't know. Can't be taking a tight end if you're this behind here at every other position, but Herbert goes. Yeah, that makes sense. This team has taken both of our quarterbacks, though. Hubbard is the faller. 3 picks down in ADP is the reason why I have him ranked as the highest player there, I'm probably assuming. Because I'm not that high on Herbert. Or on Hubbard. Now, if he does make it back, I'm instantly taking him. But because again, there's not going to be many teams where you can have Hubbard and Quentin Johnston. But I don't think it's going to make it back. Someone here is just going to click the top ADP. It's probably going to be the team with 4 running backs is going to think, ooh, let me get a 5th. But yeah, because they got, oh, there's 2 teams with 4 running backs already. Hubbard goes. We're not going to have a lot of points. points at quarterback. That's something I just gotta accept. Dowdle goes. The running backs are falling. I'll take Corum here. Where I love the pick early in the season, now his ADP is kind of high, but at the same time, he perfectly fits the identity of a team that we're really needing something special to happen here at running back. We're needing rookie year Bucky Irving. We're needing Cam Scatterboo to stay healthy. We're needing Blake Corum to take over in this backfield. Now, quarterback-wise, we're looking at Jared Goff in this next round. That's about it. We'll hope that he makes it to us. But I don't know if he will. I don't feel comfortable enough reaching 7 picks on that kind of guy. Not taking my second tight end here. Don't want to go further back on receiver. I'm going to take Pittman here because I feel like he's my favorite here. I don't understand why Jacoby Myers is the faller. But I'm not going to spend a premium pick just to get him. So let's take Michael Pittman. And worst case, we don't get Jared Goff, we get Pittman. Probably will just take one of the unstacked quarterbacks then, but we'll see what happens. Because now it's looking like this team at 8 may take Jared Goff. Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, yeah, that might happen. That was not smart. This is a bad draft. This is a bad draft. I'm already going to say it. It's not even because of the running back situation. The wide receiver situation is fine. The quarterback situation is just horrible. Horrible. Let's see if this is... Oh, we have a draft going. Please. Let's see. Back-to-back picks. We need... Is this my... I got 2 picks. So we're going to go running back for 1. Or we'll take Sean Tucker. We'll take Cooper Kupp. And then we'll take the final QB. But yeah, there's no good QB options here anyway, so we'll just wait on QB. Rachaad White. Jonathan Brooks got expensive and now is getting unexpensive. Or he's becoming... It's up 2? Must have fallen again. I have no idea what's going on with that dude. He confuses me. Concepcion, wow. What a gamble, guys. What a gamble. I'm very happy that worked out for us somehow, but... And there were back-to-back quarterbacks picked. Wow. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen to me, so... I'm happy. But yeah. We're going to unqueue Marshawn Lloyd in this draft. We're going to queue up a bunch of quarterbacks. I think that I would be okay here. taking Cousins. Not at all. Taking Beck and Fields. Okay, that's fine. I am so happy that I came back in time. Shuck is interesting, but I don't like my pick selections here. What I will do is reach on Coker. And then take Bryce Young in a few rounds. I'm just going to highlight the quarterback options. We're going to move forward. We're going to take a look here. I'm not interested in Beck either. Fields for a couple weeks could be interesting. But yeah, we're going to go for the Watson Shedeur. Unfortunately. Willis goes. $158. I hope I don't get too tempted here to actually take him there. Because I have 163. I could totally wait. Because Tedero McMillan is likely on this side of the board, right? Way that... No. See, 158 is here. The team with Tet has Cam Ward as their quarterback too, so maybe not. Wow, these options are horrible. We'll take C-Rod. He is upside, I guess. One could say. We can take a tight end with our next pick, but... No, I'm gonna focus on taking Bryce Young and just reach. I think it's more important. Okay, that team is done. That team is done. This team is probably gonna take a quarterback, but I don't see them taking my guy. This team is gonna take a quarterback, but it's probably gonna be... Oh, Bryce Young makes sense, though, if you only are taking two. Thing is that we can get Aaron Rodgers and we can get Brissett and just be happy with the bad quarterback room. He's getting pushed down too far. It's my issue here with taking players like him. But there's no other real picks that I'm in love with here. While I would love to take Omar Cooper, we have such a good receiving room that I don't want to take another pick on receiver. Naylor is interesting, but again, great receiving room. Maybe we'll just take the Young. We'll bite the bullet, skip a quarterback, and take Bryce Young. When there's 10 other picks that... I might just take Hunter Henry. I'm just going to take Hunter Henry. Alright, this is where we start sending in the prayers. Juwan Johnson goes right after. Juwan Jennings. There's no way you take a quarterback here in either of these picks. There's no way you take a quarterback here in either of these picks. Considering you also took Drake May and Herbert back to back. Jonah Coleman. Now you may take a quarterback here, but Indiana Jones is still available. Alright. No way you take one, no way you take one. Oh man, this guy only has to. Oh wait. Josh Allen and Tedoroa, right? No. But unstack Bryce Young versus taking a stacked quarterback here in like. No one. I'm cooked. Boston. Oh my god. Please don't. If he doesn't, there's no way that this Jayden Daniels Bo Nix team does, but. Assuming he's at the top of the board now. Tajay Spears, really? Wee wee? No. Oh my god. Don't gamble, kids. It'll hurt your dreams. Mendoza and Aaron Rodgers are so close in ADP now. I feel like that's so disrespectful. Now that we're done at tight end, this quarterback room is going to suck. This quarterback room is going to suck. Our guy gets taken early. Number 11 takes 2 of our guys. Number 8 takes 1. Yeah. I'm ready to call it. Long stream today. So do I have another pick, or is that... Yeah, okay, I don't. Oh, fast puppy, I was gonna say, there's no way one of my puppy drafts is halfway through. I'm still drafting in the poodle from all that time ago. Not even joking. Where's the poodle? It's over here. Granted, I think it's my last pick, but... Oh. My god. That was scary. This is my last pick. Yep. We have the very last pick near the end. This one, we have Kelsey and McBride, so we're good there. We're horrible at quarterback. So Casey makes this interesting. Beck is interesting too. And that's about it. Which, we're taking these guys in the hope that these guys are going to start getting really drafted and I don't have to take them anymore. And I got them super cheap. The fuck is Aisha Curry wearing? didn't even know the Epsies is here, but... What the fuck? Genty can dunk? Maybe I need to draft him more. Is that crazy to say? I feel like it's not. I'm gonna take Reset here. We have 2 more picks. We're gonna take 1 more receiver and then a running back. Oh, Jude Bellingham going to fight afterwards? Interesting. Wow, a lot of the receivers are going off. I've recently gone into Antonio Williams and he started to fall. Which, again, receivers in this range, I'm not too concerned with falling, but it's kind of sad to always see it. Because I'll show you what I see, and it makes me feel sad, but... Antonio Williams is the last one left. And we have 12 picks to decide if we're going to get a running back. There's not going to be anyone who fits. I'm not taking James Conner. Yeah, so there's no anything. So I'm just going to take the guys I'm interested in here. We'll do we'll do Hill, Claiborne, Singleton. Just Jordan James is gone. Should be enough. 1 quarterback. This is a Josh Allen team. I wonder if they're going to take Deshaun. The previous draft was way better than this one, but... Wow. Interesting. You need a 3rd tight end, so... That's what you do. What's their running back room looking like? Oh, super strong. You wish you could play all 4 in a week, but you can't. You can't. Wilson. Tua. That's who he goes with. After all that. So we get our guy. Justice Hill. There we go. Great draft. Yeah, I'm extremely tired. I need to get to reading. It is extremely hot. Thank y'all for watching, if you made it here. We'll be drafting every other night minimum, so feel free to pull up, watch me spend some money, see if I'm any good at this, but yeah.